To glimpse the world through the eyes of a Roman soldier is to step into a world shaped by discipline, order, and the relentless rhythms of military life. Imagine the sun just beginning to rise over the endless expanse of the Roman Empire as a legionary wakes from a night's rest, his head still cradled in his soldier's helmet, his limbs aching from yesterday's march. A Roman soldier's day begins before dawn with the blast of the bucina, a curved horn, signaling the start of another day of service. The Roman camp, laid out in perfect geometric precision, buzzes with life. Tents are organized in rows, every detail meticulously arranged for maximum efficiency and security. The air is chilly, heavy with the promise of both drill and danger. The soldier, still bleary-eyed, pulls on his heavy woolen tunic, belting it tightly before strapping on his armor, a cuirass of interlocking iron strips called lorica segmentata. Finally, he fits the sturdy red or brown leather sandals, known as caligae, onto his feet, and checks his weapons, the gladius, a short stabbing sword designed to overpower the enemy in close quarters, a sturdy rectangular shield, or scutum, and his javelin, or pilum, designed to bend upon impact and prevent opponents from hurling it back. Breakfast comes fast and simple, perhaps a piece of bread dipped in sour wine, or a handful of olives, nothing elaborate, just enough to give strength for the grueling morning ahead. The Roman army does not simply rely on brute force. It is built on relentless routine and strict discipline. Daily life is governed by a series of drills, marching in formation, weapon training, and practicing complex maneuvers that enable every legionary to move like a living part of an enormous, invincible machine. After breakfast, the centurion, easily recognized by his plumed helmet and vine staff, assembles the troops for inspection. He scours each man's appearance, making sure every piece of armor shines, every weapon is sharp, and no one dares to slacken. Discipline is enforced rigorously. The punishment for neglect is swift and merciless. With the inspection complete, the day pivots to training. The soldier and his comrades practice throwing the pilum at straw-stuffed dummies, aiming for lethal accuracy. Next comes sword practice. The gladius is heavy, but under the relentless eye of the centurion, their arms grow stronger, their movements more precise. Shield drills are just as arduous. Legionaries maneuver their scuta to create an impenetrable wall, learning to defend not just themselves, but the man to their left and right. In the Roman army, cohesion means survival. The Romans are renowned not only for their prowess in battle, but also for their engineering skills. Every day, soldiers are tasked with building, digging ditches, raising ramparts, and constructing the camp's wooden palisades. These seemingly mundane duties are integral. Each legionary carries his own shovel and pickaxe along with his arms, ready to break earth or fortify defenses at a moment's notice. Order is paramount. Everything has its place, every task a purpose, every man his duty. Lunch is another austere affair. Bread, dried meat, cheese, perhaps fruit, if luck and the empire's supply lines permit. Evenings, after the hardest work is done, bring moments of respite. Singing together, dicing games, sharing stories of home or the battles yet to come. But even leisure is watched over by stern centurions, ready to quell disorder before it can take root. The Roman soldier's day is not spent entirely inside the safety of the camp. On campaign, patrols scout the nearby countryside, guarding against enemy ambush. Sometimes the order comes to break camp and march out, pack up gear, shoulder the massive wooden frame pack called the sarcina, and move in formation, covering up to 20 miles a day. Every soldier knows he marches with the might of Rome behind him. As daylight fades, sentries take up their posts on the camp's ramparts, eyes scanning for any sign of trouble. The Roman army's success hinges on vigilance, and failure is not an option. Dereliction of duty can be punished by execution or flogging. Inside the camp, soldiers continue their routines, mending uniforms, sharpening blades, writing letters home if they are literate. Religion, too, has its place, offering prayers or sacrifices to Mars, the god of war, seeking his favor for the trials ahead. Night finally grants a few hours of uneasy rest. The legionary curls up in his tent, sharing space with his tent mates, comrades bound together by iron discipline and shared hardship. sleep comes light. The next day's horn blast is never far away. In the end, the story of a Roman soldier is one of resilience, of rising before dawn and enduring relentless drill, hunger, violence, and homesickness. Yet through this rigor, the Roman legions became the backbone of one of history's most remarkable empires, powered by the sweat and discipline of men who lived and fought for Rome.